Hey guys, again, I just had to make another video because I just got really inspired. I've been checking out other videos of people that have social anxiety like myself, and it just really hit a heartstring in me because there are other people out there that feel the way that I do, and I'm not alone with this, and I just feel so bad uh, for us in general because I know how that feels. I hate watching somebody else with it that suffers from it. It almost makes me want to choke up. It's sad because it really does affect you. It physically hurts me to have social anxiety. I didn't really touch on it enough like I should have in my first social anxiety video, but um it's just it hurts. It I hate going. I used to love people. I was raised to love people. Um, as a child, uh, I said hey to everybody. I wanted to hug everybody. I wanted to be everybody's friend, and I had a lot of friends until I got about 12 or 13, and then my parents' relationship started falling apart, and my dad started drinking and turning into a person that wasn't my hero. He was my hero, my best friend, and I started not knowing who my dad was anymore. And then he started verbally abusing me, and I think that is when the anxiety sort of kicked off for me because he would get so loud and he would scream so loud and just get in my face, and I would have like these ticks in my face whenever he would yell at me. Like my cheek would twitch just as a nervous reaction, and then I started wanting to be quiet, away from the yelling, away from the screaming, um, and then just everything just started snowballing into just more shit. It was like my dad passed away after his really long struggle with alcoholism. Uh, my mom, excuse me, it's 3:50 a.m. here. I should be asleep, but I'm not. Another thing about my anxiety, I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do with my insomnia because I sit here and I think and I think and I think about things, and all I want to do is just have a really peaceful night's sleep, but I can't stop thinking about conversations that I've had that I could have maybe somehow um, made them turn out better, like arguments that I've got it into if it wasn't for my anxiety or it wasn't for my low self-esteem, which I'm pretty sure has to do with my anxiety as well because uh, anxiety makes me, like I've heard other people say on their videos, second guess myself, and I never really have thought about that, but because of my anxiety I do second guess myself. Everything. I think, will this joke be funny to whoever I'm about to tell it to? Will they laugh at it? Because if they don't, then I'll feel stupid. And it's just, anxiety is a really powerful thing. And I don't know if people realize that or not. I hate people that especially the older generation, like my grandparents. Well, my grandmother, my grandpa's not alive anymore. She has a new husband, but I don't call him grandpa. He's kind of weirded out by that. We don't speak much. But anyway, um, my dad was bipolar, one, which would be, he would be happy, and then he would be pissed. Happy, pissed, all day. And he was supposed to be taking lithium, but he didn't, and it made him just burst out in these rages all the time, and then he would be the sweetest person in the world the next minute. Uh, and Anyway, it's supposed to be genetic. Um, it hit him in his 20s, and I'm 21 now, so I don't know if this anxiety that I'm feeling is a lead up, just the beginning of bipolar. Because honestly, I have to say and be truthful, I think I'm already showing signs of it because I'm very verbally abusive to my mother, and I don't want to. I feel so bad afterwards. I cry after I do it. It makes me feel bad because she's sick. She's got lupus, and I'm having to take care of her. But all I can think of is she made my dad drink himself to death. She's the one that wrecked their marriage and made me have this horrible childhood full of just death uh, and anxiety and just, if it wasn't for her, if she would have just stayed loyal, if she would have stayed with us, then maybe my dad would still be here, you know? But he's not. And I have to live with that, and it's hard. And I hate when somebody says, anxiety doesn't exist. You need to just buck up and deal with it. That's not true. If you have anybody saying that to you, they are full of shit. They're full of shit. They don't know what they're talking about. They're assholes. You go and you see a doctor and you feel better. And don't listen to anybody that tries to say that. It is not a bad thing to admit that you don't feel good and to go to a doctor. That's the best thing that you can do. It takes courage and balls to do that, but once you do, you'll feel a lot better. And I haven't done it in a long time because I've had people that said, Alex, like I said in my first video, that you need to just deal with it. I got so sick of hearing about that. You need to just deal with it and just be happy. Well, you know what? I can't be happy because I'm always sad. I'm always anxious. I'm always anticipating everything in the worst way. And I haven't been happy in years. And it's affecting me. It's affecting my life. And I don't remember the last time that I had an actual good day, that I could say I had a good day, or today was a good day, or I'm going to sleep good tonight. I have to force myself to sleep usually, which I will do probably later. I usually stay up, like I said, it's 3:55 right now, and I will stay up until like 6 or 7 once I see the light outside, and I'll have to take some sleeping pills to go to sleep. And anyway, I'll sleep pretty much all day. I'll sleep the day away because I don't have anything to do. But, I can't even go outside because my anxiety is that bad. It's like, well, who am I going to run into, just walking. Like, I want to walk so bad, just walk around town and lose weight. I've been wanting to lose weight for a while, but I can't. My anxiety won't let me get out the door. It won't let me get out of my room. I feel like the world's going to get me. Do you guys feel like that? Does anybody else feel like that? And I'm so nervous about going to the doctor because I'm so scared of them saying, you just need to go see a psychologist. Well, I don't have the money for a psychologist. And I've had a really bad Xanax addiction, which I'll touch on briefly. My mom had got prescribed Xanax, and I had got prescribed Xanax before her prescription. And I had them for a month, and I went to go refill them. They helped wonders for me, and I went to go refill them, and my insurance had ran out. And my mom wouldn't buy them for me, so I've been dealing with my anxiety since then. And I cried whenever they told me my insurance had ran out at the doctor's office. I was so pissed because I'd finally found something that worked for me, and I finally felt like a person again, and then my insurance ran out. But anyway, so, excuse me, hold on. Throat. Anyway, I can't remember where I was at. Shit. I said I was going to touch on something. Oh, the Xanax, yeah. I'm sorry. I really do need to go to bed. But anyway, the Xanax, okay. So once I found out my mom had them prescribed, once I started living with her, I started taking them. and they were .5s, little blueberries, and I took some and I felt good. I felt so good and happy, and I was like, all right, you know. And then she said, you know, Alex, I don't need them. You can have them. Since my insurance is Medicaid, you know, and they're free, you can have them. You need them. So I was like, oh, my mom's just a wonderful person, thank God. But then I started building up a tolerance to them, and I started taking more and more and more to get to that place where I was. And I started taking enough to where I would go out with friends and I would black the fuck out, and I would like try to like make out with people and like sleep with people, and then wake up in the bathroom and people would tell me, yeah, you did this and you did this, and I'd be like, what? Like, I didn't do that. Yeah, you did. Like, I would have 4 people tell me just screwed up shit that I'd done. So I said, fuck that. I'm not taking Xanax again. I stopped taking it. So I know that I don't need Xanax. I know that I don't need it. But I'm so scared of going to the doctor because I went to the doctor when I was 16 and I cried in front of him and told him this shit. And then all he said was, you need to go to a psychiatrist. And I said, look, I can't afford it. I need something that's going to help me right now. And just make me make it through, you know, a day of school. And now that I'm in college, I'm taking online classes, and I'm an adult, I realize that I do need help, and I need to go see a doctor, but I just don't know what to say. uh, what would you guys say, for those of you guys who have social anxiety? What did you say to your doctor? I just feel really uncomfortable. I've heard that people write what they're feeling down, but that would make me kind of feel weird. I guess, you know, I'm thinking that since I'm 21 now, they'll pay me more respect than they did when I was 16, because I know I could see how being 16 they would look at me like, oh yeah, she just only wants, you know, drugs. So anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble, and I just that really struck a chord in me. This guy's webcam that I was watching, I'll put a link to his channel in the underbar, and watch his videos, because if you have social anxiety, because they really touched me and they inspired me. Uh, so anyway, you guys, check him out, and thank you for listening, and I'll make a video soon. If you have any ideas for me to talk about, please leave them in the comments. Good night, everybody.